Yo, what is up, everyone? We are live tonight. Let's check our update. Oh dear. We're here on the Weather Channel today. What in the wood? Look how crazy it is today. Okay, now you can start the Q&A now.
Slowly, but the rain bands and the winds extend far beyond that. And Alex, you've been saying it's been knocking on our door now, and after midnight, it's fair game.
Oh, absolutely. Right after the midnight hour, going to be fair game. We're already running 114.
You're a kitten.
I'm guessing in the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour, people are going to wake up, and it's going to be a different morning. Completely different morning from when they woke up this morning.
I just had someone ask me if they could bring me coffee tomorrow. Well, we'll just have to see how the storm plays out because we'll see how late we go home or if we go home.
Oh man,
yeah, we do appreciate people who are watching from all over the area and certainly throughout the country as well. We've got people from Nevada that are tuning in and they're writing to us asking, how are our friends and family weathering the storm? And we're here to give you the information. We continue to get new information because data is being updated. There it is on the radar. We're finally seeing the eye of the storm, and that New Braunfels radar really told the story because we were able to see the entire eye wall that has come ashore and really get a sense of just how big this storm is. It's massive. There it is right there. Look how much this rain and this storm is covering across southeast Texas. It is significant, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to San Antonio. And we're getting new video in by the minute of some of the damage and some of the devastation. And Rockport seems to be ground zero for this hurricane so far. And we have new video coming in. Let's take a look at it right now.
This is of a hotel in the area.
Our hotel roof came off, and 4th floor is completely exposed. We're being evacuated to a school. The eye is over us right now, so we have very limited.
Those are the Ohio storm chasers, and they are at a hotel where you can see that parts of that building.
I think there was more to play there. Are we able to play that out? Let's play that out. Let's listen.
Quick video update. What it looks like.
I guess that's where it stops.
Yeah, I guess that's where it stops. It keeps freezing, but when you hear those sirens. The flashing sounds, flashing lights in that hotel room there. It's pitch dark.
It's eerie. It's almost
very
science fiction.
Eerie, and good thing he had a flashlight. But it's just kind of we're just painting the scene for people. We're giving them little glimpses of here and there, collapsed buildings, reports of people trapped, people walking through hotel rooms that are pitch dark with those sirens going on, and you're getting to see just some of the devastation, some of the problems that Harvey has created, and it's just getting started as the eye wall now is on land 100%, and it's moving our way.
And, we're going to be expecting this in the overnight hours again, so when you wake up early in the morning, expect a good deal of rain in and around the area, and it will be a day full of rain. I'm not expecting the day to end. We're going to see rain, and it's going to come in waves. These tropical things come, big wave, big heavy rain. It kind of gives you a little break, and then boom, it's right back again.
We're winning 24-0. Woohoo! Let's go, Patriots.
All right, this is also the Ohio storm chasers. So looks like there's not much sound with this, but you can kind of see the strength of those winds against these palm trees. And the video seems to be freezing a little bit, but this says video from ground zero of Cat 4 Hurricane Harvey. Ears constantly popping. Alex, can you expand on that? Ears popping?
That's the low pressure coming through. They're in the eye of the storm. That's the low pressure. They're going, it's a very tight pressure gradient, and so your ears start to pop when you're in the center there. Again, there's a lot of storm chasers out there tonight. I've seen a few of my friends that are out there. They're professionals at it. Jim Edge and Josh Morgan are both out there. They were right on the edge out there at Port Aransas when this thing came through, so it'll be interesting to see.
Reporters in Rockport are saying that you can actually feel high-rises swaying.
I don't doubt it.
High-rises swaying. Think about that for a moment. I mean, you want to talk about something that's frightening. To be in a building like that and actually kind of feel the ground underneath you shaking.
Yeah.
It's just like a freight train coming your way, is how some people described it, when you're getting this just driving rain and winds that are just so fierce, sustained. I mean, take a look at that still tightly wound storm as Hurricane Harvey is on land. Look at the outages. You can see right there. You can see the traffic lights are out. The only light you're seeing now are from the vehicles coming from the opposite direction.
These are storm chasers in Fulton, so that's northwest of Corpus Christi, northwest of Rockport. So this is what they're seeing right now, and this is fairly calm. Alex, is this because they're still in the eye of the storm?
They're probably still in the eye of the storm at this point.
You have to be really careful not to get hit by a hurricane.
This is the tape, so this might not be live. So this might have been when the eye wall was there. If you're going to get on the road in a Cat Force hurricane, you're going to do it during the eye wall of the storm. You're not going to do it when it's whipping at 130 miles per hour.
Well, you can see it, and we're looking on the radar now. If you can bring that up on the Apple TV, we can see the eye. It's getting really close to moving back into Rockport and into Fulton at this time. So again, they're right on the edge of it, and they're going to get hit again, almost as hard as they got hit the first time with this system.
That eye wall you're saying is about 20 miles across, so they had a very small window of opportunity to kind of assess the damage and perhaps look for people who needed some help, but that small window is closing very rapidly as the eye wall continues to move closer and closer and closer to hit Rockport, Fulton area for round two, 1-2 punch, and we hope that it's not a TKO.
That's true.
No kidding. It's 14 miles across.
I have a question about damage propensity and possibilities. So as you look at this picture that you have on the screen and we look at Aransas Pass and Port Aransas, they never get the reprieve of the eye of the storm, if you will. They're constantly in the circulation of the winds. So when that happens, are some of the surrounding areas sometimes hit harder than what's in the eye of the storm?
They're not so much hit harder, is that they take the initial hit and then they keep taking the initial hit over and over and over again. So it's a constant battering of the location, which is why we're saying Port Aransas and Aransas Pass are not going to be the same.
And do you think that the damage, when you're sitting around the eye of the storm like Port Aransas and Aransas Pass, historically and traditionally, do you see as much damage sometimes in those areas as you do in the eye of the storm?
Yes, you will, because the eye itself is quiet, but you know, in order to be in the eye, you have to get hit by it, and not only once but twice. And so that's why you see that damage right around the eye.
And you've made great points tonight about the fact that the course for this is not yet charted. There are several different models for it, and if it U-turns, that means that it could come right back around. It won't be Category 4 by that time, but you could have more damage coming back into similar areas like Corpus Christi that have already been hit once.
This is true, and you know, and it's not unheard of. It's done it before on the East Coast. We've had storms that have come in and turn around, go back out the Atlantic, and then come back again and hit them again.
Do you have actually...
Okay, seriously, why is nobody watching? That sucks.
Spaghetti model forecast to show just how crazy it is?
I can go find it.
I'd be interested just to show, because we keep talking about how the models kind of aren't in agreement. They're not in agreement at all on where this thing is going to go next, which has made forecasting it just so difficult. You know, this hurricane is rewriting the rules on hurricanes and making it extremely difficult to keep people ahead of what's going to happen next, because you can only forecast it out so far before something else could happen and it changes the route altogether and impacts different people at different times. So Alex is pulling it up to show, I mean, there's some models that have it going towards Galveston, there's some that have it going back towards Corpus Christi, there's some that have it going towards San Antonio. It just can't make up its mind.
That's right. Well, and Alex has been honest about the situation, as we always expect from him from the get-go, that this is not a typical model of a hurricane. This is uncharted territory, and he said that the possibility for this to go anywhere around the Texas coast was large. And so we're just waiting to see where it goes. He's given us the models. He's looking up the spaghetti models right now to bring this back to you to give you a better, fuller understanding of what this could mean for our area.
One thing that has been certain is that the eye of Hurricane Harvey is inching closer and closer towards Bexar County, and that is not good news. It continues to move to the north and west at about 8 miles per hour, slow crawl, but the bands of rain extend far beyond the eye of this storm, which is why we keep saying it's knocking on our door. It's getting very, very close, and we can expect to start feeling the real effects of this hurricane.
Who unsaw my channel?
Sometime after the midnight hour. Now, what exactly happens come tomorrow morning, that's still unknown, but we do know that the rain bands are getting closer and closer, and if Harvey continues on the track, which is northwest at about 8 miles per hour, we are going to feel the effects in Bexar County, and there are some estimates for the rain of in feet.
That's right.
12 inches or more. And that could be devastating flooding for us, which is why people are saying, be prepared, stay inside. Let's go to Alex right now. He's got to look at this, and when you see this, folks, you're going to get a better understanding of just how crazy this is. And Alex, if you need a Tylenol, you let me know, and I'll get you something, because I've got a headache just looking at it.
Oh, boy, look at this. I mean, it is just it's a big mess. And again, we're still up on TransGuide, but when it pops up, you'll be able to see why. When people are asking, is it going to hit me? When is it going to hit me? How much rain am I going to get? I'd love to give them an answer. I'd love to be able to say specifically, at such and such time, it's going to be on top of you, and this is what's going to happen. But when we look at the models, particularly these models that are sitting over here as our spaghetti model plots.
We're on TV right now with it, Alex.
All right, so there you can see it. Whoops, there we go. We'll bring it back here for you. There it is. That's what it looks like when you look at all the models.
That's insane.
And to be honest with you, that's only about half of them.
That's insane.
It is insane. I mean, there's a ton of them out there. And so you're trying to figure out, where is anything going to go in all of this? And what we have to do is to consensus everything. In other words, let's look at this, let's choke this out, this is not good, there's data there that shouldn't be there. And so we come up with then the official track, which then begins to look like this. And that's that spin around that you see out there. Let me see if I can pull that contour out from underneath it. And maybe we can get a better look at the track. There's the track. That's, after looking at that crazy mess, we start eliminating ones that we think aren't good, and this is not good, this doesn't work, this has something, and this is what we come up with. But even then, even this may not be right.
And if this is the one that let's just say this is the one we're looking at, this is the one we're going off of right now. Again, it could change. We see it as a Category 4. It's on shore, and we see it become a Category 2. And then look at it, though, Alex, as a Category 1.
Yeah.
Look how close
it
is to Bexar County.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and back this up. We're going to clear out the camera keys so that we can get in there and actually look at it in reference to Bexar County, so that we can take a real close look at it. So what I'm going to do is bring it up. There you have it. Watch that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We'll back it up.
Category 1 hurricane
Category
projected.
1 hurricane.
What time is that? Is that still Sunday?
This is still in the, I think it's in the Sunday time
Sunday time frame, right? Sometime on Sunday is a Category 1 hurricane that close to San Antonio, meaning not only are we going to be dealing with the effects of the rain that we're seeing, say, in Corpus Christi, which is on the backside of this hurricane. That's where we're kind of going to be if this model plays out. But we're in play for potential tropical storm, even gusts, Hurricane 4 strength winds, if it pans out this way?
If it pans out this way. You know, that's a Category 2 type storm. That's 100 mile an hour.
Too close for comfort.
Too close for comfort because it's right there at Stockdale. That's in Wilson County. And at that point, according to what we've distilled, it becomes a 1, weakens a bit, comes right across Wilson County, turns around, and comes back down again, right into Corpus Christi, swings along the coast, and swings up.
So Port Aransas gets a 1-2 punch.
Gets a 1-2 punch.
If this plays out.
If this plays out, they get a 1-2 punch, yeah.
And so we're looking at, as y'all both mentioned, the Category 1 could be portion of it could be here Sunday in San Antonio, but tomorrow is when we'll start to feel kind of the outer rings of that. And as I'm looking at one of the models that Alex has put up, and I don't know if we're able to retrieve that before we also talk with our Renee Santos, it is the one where there is a lot of yellow spinning around Rockport, and you can see it's right here. Thank you so much. What we're looking at, if you look at the outer rings of this, they're right there touching Floresville, and we've spoken with a lot of people in Floresville. Floresville is also very low-lying, a lot of potential for flooding in this area as well. So it is starting to slowly make its way into our area. It's a very slow-moving storm. So again, just because you're not feeling the brunt of it right now, it's very slow-moving, and when it gets here, it will probably hover over for a while. But as Alex pointed out, all those spaghetti models, if we were lucky, it could completely swap course, but we are planning and bracing for the Renee Santos, who has actually been at some gas stations tonight that were completely out of gas, but she has just spoken with a couple.
Hold on a minute, guys. Alright, we're back.
Video on social media of them hanging out, and I saw Kyle's wife, Marissa, with some of the Lions' wives before the game, so I think the Bad Boys are enjoying their time back here in Michigan.
What?
Nationwide is on your side. So many things you're doing with your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Yo, 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 yo! Yo, yo, run, run, run!
What's up, y'all? So it's currently August 21st, the day of the solar eclipse. I think it's like 15 more minutes until total darkness. So far, that's what the sun looks like. As you can see, you can kind of see the sun. Can you see the sun? Here, I'll give you some glasses. Here you go. Oh, there it is. So apparently a lot of people do rituals or just, I don't know, do sacrifices during their solar eclipse because, I don't know, you know, spells, they think it's like something cool or whatever, but I don't believe in it. I'm just here to see the eclipse.
Yeah, but apparently magic and stuff is like heightened during the eclipse. It's more powerful, so people wait really long times to do it now.
Like all your senses are just very, very heightened. Like if you feel happy, you're super happy. All right, guys, so I don't know if you can see this. All the birds are running away. I don't know why. It's like the eclipse, they make animals feel different ways. They're probably so confused right now. Like, yo, we just woke up. All right, so currently that is the eclipse right now. It looks really awesome. This is insane. The solar eclipse right over there. It's gonna turn, there's gonna be no more sun in like soon.
So dark.
It's so dark. Oh my God, what the fuck? Yo, it's almost here. That is insane! It's so dark, it just got dark so fast! Yo! This is so weird! Everyone's... Yo! This is so crazy! Yo! It just got... Oh! Oh my God! Wow! Yo! Woo!
What the frick is that?
Alright, so currently that is the eclipse right now. It looks really awesome. This is insane! The solar eclipse right over there. It's gonna turn, there's gonna be no more sun in like soon.
So dark.
It's so dark. Oh my God, what the fuck? Yo, it's almost here. It's so dark. That is insane! It's so dark, it just got dark so fast. Yo, this is so weird. Everyone's... Yo! This is so crazy! Yo, it just got... Oh! Oh my God! Wow! Yo! Woo! What? What? Yo! What the heck? Yo!
Look, you can see it on camera.
A solar eclipse.
Until the sun comes back up.
Oh, all the way?
Give it like a minute. Yeah, it's like a minute. So just take it in. Yeah, seriously, that's so creepy. All right. It's done, so that was the solar eclipse. It lasted 2 minutes. The sun is back. This is crazy. So cool. Happy birthday to me. Wow. Happy birthday. Thank you. Wow. Everyone's freaking out over there. Surprisingly, nothing exploded. No gunshots. No crazy summoning rituals or whatever. Awesome. Woo. Happy birthday. All right, y'all, so the eclipse just happened. We are on our way to this abandoned farmhouse. We're just gonna do some scary stuff while we're still here in Oregon. What I mentioned earlier, rituals happen, some weird stuff happens during the solar eclipse, so might as well see if it's true. So here we go. We're trying to find it right now. We're in like the middle of like the farmland in Oregon. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so the house is actually not on the road. We actually have to walk towards it. It says here in the location, I think we should just stop right there and it should be okay. I think, it's creepy.
Wait, why is there no road?
Like, there's like no road. Like, literally, this is, I don't know if you guys can see the map, but that's exactly where we, somewhere here.
So
Somewhere here,
here?
yeah, I think here. Go on the side.
Let's go to the side of the road.
Maybe we can just park here?
This is creepy.
I have never done anything like this, so this is seriously like, I am legitimate. I'm just freaking out right now.
Alright, okay, so I guess we're gonna have to walk that way.
Yeah, it says here, because the map, here. You guys see the map? Because we're right here right now, and we want to get to the location right here, but there's no path there. I think we just gotta go on foot, so. Alright, let's pack up and let's start walking. Alright guys, so before any exploration, you want to make...
Oh crap.
1, 2, 3, pass rushers. That means they have 8 in coverage. 1, that's one reason Wayne has 9. And 2, that's why everybody's covered. It's called drop 8, rush 3. It's a safe defense, but you take all underneath routes away when you play that defense.
Tomorrow morning when the sun comes up, because I would imagine there's not a whole lot of power on in the Lamar Peninsula area, crossing over into Tyvola, into Ostwell, and then into Port Lavaca as well. So the brunt of the storm basically was from Corpus Christi north, exactly as predicted. It's the right side of the storm as it moves on shore, and that's where the highest surge, the highest rain, the highest winds all occurred. Now, obviously, it was not exactly a pleasant night here in Corpus Christi, where it's continuing to come down pretty heavy, but you can see the impressive rainfall totals: 5 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches down in Port A, 4 inches in Rockport, and of course here at our rain gauge here in the downtown area, we had 5.5 inches of rain. That's here downtown since midnight of last night, so the last 12 hours. So here's where we are as of now. In yellow, you'll see tropical storm force winds. So basically everybody from, well, let's see, the Live Oak area, George West, Alice, Kingsville, they're all getting winds in excess of 40 miles an hour. In the orange area, that's hurricane force winds. So even at this hour, this is like the latest one. Even at this hour, we've got hurricane force winds in Corpus Christi over 75 miles an hour, all the way up and around the coastal bend. Major force hurricane winds right here. So as I mentioned, from Port Lavaca all the way down to possibly the Aransas Pass area and Ingleside. Now, the problem is going to be, now that the storm is ashore, the incredible rain that we expect. So those of you that are in B County, Refugio...
I didn't mean it! I'm sorry! Forgive me! Okay, here we go, trick shot.
37?
No, wait, that was the first time! How do you say what are those in Korean? I didn't mean it! I'm sorry! Forgive me! Okay, here we go, trick shot.
37?
No, wait, that was the first time! How do you say what are those in Korean? That's an old joke!
It's going down for it.
Who does she think she is?
I don't like that song.
Okay. This is how you make a fruit salad. The first thing Here's how to charge your device. All you need is orange and orange juice.
Oh, come on! It's never gonna
No,
work!
it does! Come back! Check it out, it's gonna work! Kids Bop!
Shut up the cops! And Chris and my mother will be mad at me! But I don't care because I'm really, really lazy!
Did you clean
I cleaned my room, I made my bed, and I took out the trash.
Don't you think my friend's pretty?
Yeah, I think your friend's hot. She's not hot. She's...
All right, pick a partner.
Why is she driving so slow?
Oh, my phone just died. Can I use yours? Oh, why? Kids Bop!
It's the time of the year to get your Halloween on. I got 99 costumes, but a witch ain't one. When I say swagger, you say wagon. Swagger.
Wagon! What happens when a bee comes into the van? This happens!
I spilled my coffee.
This happened, the bee's still there!
Oh my god, how does Metro know I'm not even posting anymore?
USAA to me means peace.
Get what you love for less at Olive Garden. New early dinner duos for just $8.99. Choose from over 50 delicious.
Listen to this one, you might like it.
Have a new message. Hi, phone, Metro, no, remix.
music because my phone's about to die.
It felt like kind of a death to me.
What's up?
No way.
I'll be back. Hold on. Frick! Everyone's gonna watch it. I don't care. Alright guys, I'm not sure why y'all not watching for this late. Hope y'all enjoy this game. Peace it out.